To go earlier, you guys, but I had to get my little notes together. You guys, good morning. When you come into the chat, say hello, sweet teacup. Hello, auntie, mama, grandmama, Miss Lolo, sweet teacup. If you at my beautiful gate, you already know the gold gate with the beautiful pink and white roses and blight trimming and my gold lock. Just lean over with your hand and hold your little teacup out and I'll pour you some tea. Now, you don't have to stay outside the gate. Just come on in. It's plenty over here. All you got to do is subscribe and like the video. And like I say, you guys, good morning, good morning. When you come into the chat, say hello. We are going to, excuse me, you guys, we are going to get our day started. And good morning. Hey, Kelly, baby. Hey, sweetie. Hi, you guys. We are going to stand tall and strong as ever. We are going to stand tall and strong as ever, you guys. And like I say, you guys, I'm going to give some information as usual, but I hope it's a good tea. I just have a good feeling. And I like to bring it to the internet. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Kelly. You guys are wonderful supporters. And like I said, you guys, I'm here for entertainment purposes. So I'm going to entertain you. I can only speak what I feel that are truly my words, my thoughts, my views. Now, we all know on the scale of 1 to 10, you all know how I say it's a big 10 plus. And if I don't get this out here, you guys, I just feel like I'm not doing all that I could do. So I have to share the tea, spill the tea, tell the tea of what I feel. Things that I have seen and witnessed from me just living 60 years. No, I'm no ancient person, but I'm old enough and I can tell you I done seen this spread three different ways. From when I grew up, from my daughter, and now I have a grandchild. So I have seen and been through a lot of things. And so my main goal is to let royalty, shout out to royalty and the Royal 5 God grandkids. You guys, they are at a battle. They are at a battle that they will win. But it's not going to be easy. The reason why it's not going to be easy because they have to stand strong. They have to have confidence. They have to just fight and hang in there. That's what I mean about it's not going to be easy. It doesn't mean that they don't have the resources, they don't have the skills. Yes, they do. As long as they are together. Always remember, if you hold a strong line, nothing can break through. Kelly said, you look good. Thank you, baby. I'm blessed. I've been blessed. Thank you, sweetie. I want you guys to think back. Do you remember when you used to be in school, in elementary? Remember you used to play this game called tug of war. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. I know it's not a lot of people in here, but they're going to come up in here, baby, because they're going to want the tea. They're going to realize Sweet Teacup is live, and they're going to come to the tea because I'm going to spill this tea today. I'm going to give the motivational, the inspirational speech that's going to continue to help our girl, your girl, our queen, my goddaughter, my god grandkids to hold it down, to stand on all 10, stand on big business. Yes. Remember the game of tug of war. What's the one thing that your teacher taught you about tug of war? And most time it came from the teacher. Even though you could go to PE, and if you was getting ready for a field day, whatever day your school called it, where you battled different classes. Hey, Tommy, good morning, good morning. Well, in that game was called tug of war. Your teacher usually would be the primary person. Stay focused to what I'm saying now. I like to give pictures in your head. Your teacher was like the mom, the dad, and your teacher would get a primary person. The PE coach would teach you, but remember when you go back to the classroom and when you would have outside play every day, your teacher would say, you guys, we gonna practice. It's the same thing as a mom and dad. So what was the major thing about tug of war? Do not break that line. Do not let go each other's hand. No matter the pain, no matter the push, no matter the tug of war. You hold that line and you hold that line strong. I have seen it. Like I said, I've been to it 3 times. I was a child. I raised two daughters. I was there to help, to do the school activities when they have these activities, and then I did it with my grandson. So I went this route 3 times, and I'm gonna tell you, from my experience, with whatever class won that tug of war, it was not always one because they had the biggest kid. It was not always one because the kid was taller. It was not always one because this kid had more money and their parents was rich and these other kids wasn't, because these kids was on Section 8. It was not always one because that was a child that was put up front that had more weight than the other kids. There was a child that was put in the back. They had more weight. All those things are props. They are mind games. They will put someone up front at the front of that line as if they was muscle or big to mind you, to throw your mind off. Just a minute, you guys. We're DoorDash. Just a minute. It's a mind game. They use those individuals and things for props. How many times we seen, like I said, I want you to think back. When you play that game of tug of war in school, or rather you was in summer camp, how many times you would see a classroom where this teacher had more money, or somebody paying donated shirts. You come and all the classes, you get on the field. And then you see some classes with matching shirts. And then some of the other classes, they would start losing confidence because they like, well, wait a minute. They got on a whole uniform, you guys. It's all a mind game. It's a way to throw distraction. The key to winning a tug of war, the key to holding down a nation, a key to holding down a family, is to not break that line. And like I say, just to have receipt number 1. When Royalty did her intro, in that one little clip of that intro, ask yourself, what's the most powerful thing you see in Royalty intro? Is it, yeah, now I'm going to give you a little quiz. Was it, or is it, when she cooked the 3 pancakes? Or was it when her and the twins woke up? Or is it, could it be, was at the very end when they showed them united, holding hands and turned their back and walked the fuck off? Stay with me on this. You tell me which one. What is the most important clip of that intro that set it off? My opinion was when they turned around, had a family, held hands from the youngest to the oldest, and walked the fuck off. That's a powerful family. That is a powerful family showing that they stand united. Very end, walking to the future. Exactly, Kelly. They showing them they're walking off together into the future. So, like I say, this is just my opinion. I deem myself Royalty godmother, and I take that by heart. And I'm going to say to everyone, anyone that wants to support Royalty and the kids, still want to support Royalty and the kids, I suggest that we stay united. You don't win a battle by trying to pick a king and a queen. And I'm throwing that out there as a prop. You don't win a battle to say, oh, well, she cooked a cake better than me, or she did. That's not how you win the battle. You win the battle standing together, no matter what. I'm going to give you something else. See, I like to get stories. How many of you guys are familiar with Dr. Seuss? Put a 1 in the chat. If you're familiar with Dr. Seuss, the most popular, well-known classic writer that wrote books that sold millions and millions and millions of dollars to children, and still does today. Still does today. Those books are powerful. How many of you guys are familiar with Dr. Seuss books? I ain't gonna leave you straight. I'm gonna teach you something today. It's one particular story or book or cartoon, Dr. Seuss books was so powerful for children, it even did stories. It had movies and cartoons to help illustrate and tell his stories. One of the most powerful ones that stick with me was the Stitches. Remember the Stitches when they wanted the stars on their belly? Stay focused now. Remember when it all started, they all came out together. They was a family. No one had stars. They were just a group of Stitches, a family that was tall and had a big belly. But then we seen through, if you read the book, if you've seen the animation movie, you seen it that one day, this one goddamn Stitch, I always say one bad apple, decided he wanted to be different, decided he wanted to be the best, decided he wanted to more, decided he wanted to be greedy. Do that sound familiar? Do that sound like a fucking creep? See, he has surpassed with me. I no longer call him a fucking clown. He's a fucking creeper. Thank you. Shout out to Funny Mike. Thank you. Hey, Renee Cooper. Good morning, good morning, good morning. He wanted to be the best one, so he went and put a star on his belly. Remember? And then next thing you know, monkey see, monkey do, because he was different. Everybody else decided, well, I'm going to go get a star. And this is what's going on. We got a whole creeper that decided he wanted to be greedy. He wanted to be put above a family that he allegedly, a family that he walked in and manipulated the same way he manipulated us in the YouTube community. No matter what race we are, he manipulated us to make us thought he was a wonderful father figure, a loving man to a single woman with children. He persuaded us. He convinced us. He lied to us. He did skits. He wrote it down. He studied. He did everything to manipulate us. And that is the problem. Money is the rule of all evil. He wanted to stand above them, even though that family, your family, our family, royalty, and the kids helped to build him up. I can't lie to you. Receipt number one. When that creep first started doing them tours, thinking he was Chris Brown. Yeah. Shout out to you, Chris Brown. Love you. When he first started doing them tours of a venue, of a house, of children, not adults. That was not children. Yeah, that was adults in the audience off to the side because they brought their kids. The individual and the people that was cheering the clown, the creep on while he thought he was doing a whole Chris Brown concert. It was children. So he was manipulating them. But see, even when that creep first did those tours, I can't lie to you, put a 1 in chat, you agree with me. He did the tours of himself. It was just of the creep. But then the next time, if you notice, whether it was 6 months later, 3 months later, he did a video and allegedly say, oh, guess what, kids? The next time I do a tour, I'm going to bring you with me. I'm going to take you along with me. Hold on, you guys. Because I got to make sure I keep the trolls out while I tell my story. Because we're not going to have no distraction here. So the next time, he decided, he realized he would make more money and grab more attention and get more little miniature army to show up if he took the kids. So he did the tour with the family. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. But if you notice, on that tour, he always kept himself above the rest, just like with the Dr. Seuss story. He had to have an extra big star on his fucking stomach. At that damn tour, when he took the family, he had a big ass sign. I can't fucking lie to you. And that shit say, so food, so food. But when it came to the word family, it was small as fuck. I can't lie to you. Drop my teacups in my chat if I'm Drop my teacups in my chest if I'm speaking facts and the truth. You go back and look at one of those tours we need to the family. He only brought them because he knew he could get more children. When he first did that shit, he was doing the tour by himself. But he decided he want more. But yet, you took the family and you gain hype for getting the kids all aroused at the venue because you introduced each family member and the motherfucking creep say nation for last. He saved my granddaughter, which is 12 now. He saved her for the last couple because he knew she had a gift. He knew it. So he saved her for last. But he was like he was like that Stitch in the Dr. Seuss. He had to have, where everybody else had one star in their stomach, in the story, in the book, remember? The Stitch, when it put 2 stars. He always wanted to be above everybody else. Well, it was the same thing with the creep. That's why he had a big ass sign, I can't lie to you, and it had the food, and his name, it was in glittering, it was sparkling, it was everything. But when it got to the little family, it was small as fuck. See, that's manipulation. If you make something big and sparkling, it distracts you. You don't pay attention to the small writing. Why do you think? See, ancestors, why do you think it's called bold print? Because bold is highlighted in black and thick ink. It takes your mind away from the small print. You go look at the big print first. This creep, I got to get out of used to saying clown. This creep have manipulated and planned all this, you guys, from day one. Just a moment. Hold on, I'm doing that, you guys. I got to do these strings. From day one. And now, like I said, for months and months and months, the other side, with the help of this creep, have been trying to take down a family that support royalty. Royalty need us, all of us. No, they is, when I come to the internet and I say, oh, King Mama, this, King, that you got, that's just in words. This is America. We don't have no fucking king and queen in America. We don't have a fucking king and queen in America. No one person did nothing. It doesn't matter. And I'm saying this, and I'm not trying to down nobody. I'm speaking on behalf of me. It doesn't matter who started what. What mattered was the family was created. The support was created. What's going to hold weight? If you want to go in history, and I put my name on it. If you want to go down in history, I promise you, when you look at a history book, it's never worded in there about who started shit. Receipt number 2. Everybody, put a 1 in the chat if you know who the fuck Ronald McDonald is. Just put a 1 in the chat. If you was little and went to Ronald McDonald restaurant, or you take your kids or your grandkids right now, put a 1 in the chat if you know who the fuck Ronald McDonald is. See, I'm going to bring receipts to what I'm saying. Ronald McDonald, which is popular now, and be any, there is no restaurant or snack bar or fast food restaurant still until today outmake money than McDonald's. And did you know, I said this a while back, but are you guys aware that the man who became a millionaire from presenting and doing McDonald's, investing his money, did you know he was not even the one that discovered this shit? He was not even the one who discovered McDonald's. And what this man was smart. He persuaded and finessed the man who really discovered McDonald. He convinced him and paid him to sell over his right, his name trade, and then that fucking man who had money, he went skyrocketing, took the fuck off. Ronald McDonald is not known in bold print who was the person who actually discover it. Ronald McDonald is known for the man who made the money. So why does it matter, no matter what group or organization you have, who started what? Because when it goes down in history, it's going to be the one of those that was there to the end to finish that battle. I can't lie to you. Those are the names that's going to be fucking written in history. It doesn't matter who started what club, what cooking club, or what's this. I only can tell you this. Listen, I'm not going to lead you astray. And this is including me. It doesn't matter who started a group. It's going to matter, and it's going to go down in history and well known, because it's going to matter who was still standing. Anytime a family or a group or a battle or a war, when it is recorded, it doesn't matter. Why do you think when people do games, they do games today? I can't lie to you. Receipt number 2. How many times you see Ninja Warrior? It never goes down. When they go back and re-show the clips, they don't go back and talk about, oh, Ninja Warrior used to start off with 3 and 4 groups, right? Family. But it goes down in history with the winner. Hey, that's how I first came across Christian Rock. I can't lie to you. Receipt number 3. I came across her because I saw her Ninja Warrior. It did. I couldn't even tell you fucking Hilla Beans who was them other motherfuckers. I remember her because she won it. So remember that. If you ever join anything, it doesn't matter. Whether it's a sewing group or cooking group, finish it. Because that's what's going to go down in history. So like I say, it got to stand tall. I am in here for royalty. I came in from the beginning, and I'm going to be here to the end, and I'm going to celebrate to the end. That's it. If you're going to support, if you was going to support a family, hey Kiara, hey baby, welcome to the tea. If you're going to support a family, if you're going to support, I don't know, there's a thing going for animals. It doesn't matter if somebody brought this animal because this animal was bigger than that. None of that matters. What matters is the outcome. What matters is you want to feel good about yourself on the inside. It's knowing that you kept going. It's knowing that no matter what, it doesn't matter how hard it gets. It doesn't matter who come after you. You just hold your head up and you keep going. That's what matters. That's what's going to win. That's what makes a nation strong. So like I said, when you think back to the tug of war, when you was in elementary school and the class, I guarantee you, the team or the class that won was a team that never let loose the hand. That's the winning combination of winning a battle. You never let go, no matter what. And I'm going to tell you, baby, I can only tell you this. If you live long enough, and like I say, I hope I got many years to go. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But if you live long enough, you gonna have trials and tribulation. You gonna have the devil that's gonna try to step in. That's how life is. If you live long enough, you can wake up one morning and everything is great, and then the next morning you like, what the fucking hell? What is going on? That's life. That's life living. That's life. But what you want to do is hold it down. And I promise you, as long as you hold it down, we hold it down, they hold it down, them hold it down, it's gonna hold. That change will not be broken. That's why the word change is a very powerful word. Why do you think they made little, back in the day, when it was Christmas, when people didn't have money to buy fancy ornaments, but you know they did, they had paper, they had construction paper, they had glue, they had tape, and they made a Christmas a change of a garland going around the Christmas tree. One of the most powerful Christmas trees out there. You know why? Because it was the change of garland that wasn't broken. How many times? Receipt number 3, I love receipts. How many times You have went out and seen your parents or your family, and you bought the most expensive and the most beautiful ornaments, and that shit fell from the tree and fucking cracked and broke. Put a one in the chat, you agree with me. How many times you bought the most prettiest Christmas ornaments that was glass or just whatever, but the shit broke. It fell down. One of the kids, one of the animals got it. You put in the tree up and the ornament broke. Kara said, I remember making the snowflakes. God, exactly. But let me ask you this, Kiara, Kelly, anybody else. How often did you see that garland that was handmade with love and the family, where you seen that garland put on that tree from the minute that tree was up and you still had that garland? Drop my teacups if you see what I'm trying to teach you. See, when it's handmade with love, it's unbreakable. That's why I always said, I've been saying this for a month, nation, royalty nation, new kingdom is unglueable, unbreakable, unstackable, and all that. Because it was created for the love of a single mother and 5 kids. It wasn't created because of me. It wasn't created because of that person. None of that. It doesn't matter. We all came together because we seen a mother cry on the internet. And it reached us in different ways. And we came together. And if royalty can hold it down and be unbothered, where she got a whole creep that's throwing everything at her. Everything at her from every angle, every side. And if her kids, which are kids that are underage, and if they can hold it down, you tell me why Royalty Nation New Kingdom Foundation cannot follow through. Yes, we can. That's why I always say when you come to my tea party, when you come to the tea party, what's some of the things I say? Get out of your feelings. I say put on your big girl draw, put on your big girl panties, and put on your big boy drawers. Because that's the only way you're going to keep it correct. We're going to keep it correct. So, as long as we stand tall and strong, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you something, you guys. When I think back, and you know I don't like to get sensitive out here, because you know what? Some people say what she said, I don't give a fuck about what you think. This my tea party. I'm a fucking cry. If I want to cry, I'm going to cry. Because if your ass ain't over here in fucking Florida, where I am right now with a box of tissue to wipe my fucking tears, shut the fuck up. I promise you, when I think back of my family members, give me a moment, that are no longer here, it doesn't matter. When my mom took us to that project for the first time, concrete floor, baby, and I said again, and we ate on newspaper. We slept on the concrete floor on newspaper. But we was free and we was happy. Do you know I remember that more than anything because we was united. We was a family. We was united. All that other shit didn't matter. It didn't matter when my mom went to night school, she became a teacher because she did. It didn't matter when she got the first car. The thing that stood most to me is that. Because we was a family. We were united. Don't come to this internet and say you're going to support royalty. I'm not even saying my goddaughter, because see, it's not about me. It's about a single mother. Keep your eyes on the prize. It's about her and those kids. And she needs us to stand tall and strong and fight. And the way we fight is that you don't let go of my hand. You don't let go of Kiara's hand. You don't let go of BSC TV hand. You don't let go of nothing but the truth hand. You don't let go of Let's Keep It Real hand. You don't let go of Shine About So Crazy Life hand. You don't let, if I left somebody out, I apologize. You don't let go Raylan Watts' hand. You hold on to it. That's what's going to win that battle. And she needs that. How can we expect for her to fight if we're broken? How can you think, when you was little, think back when you was little. Whoever raised you, whether it was your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, whoever, big brother, big sister. One of the reasons why you kept going forward and kept being optimistic and growing and having faith, because you had an adult that was holding down. They was buying the food. They was doing this. Can you imagine what would have happened, you being a child, and you see your mom cry, or your dad, or the breadwinner, whoever that's supposed to protect you and save you? Can you imagine how your life would have turned out if you saw your only support system broken? We're her support system. We're in it from the beginning to the end. It doesn't matter how great someone is. The nation don't exist without every puzzle. Receipt number 4. How can you make a puzzle and complete a puzzle if a fucking piece is missing? Every piece is important. Without every piece, there is no puzzle, baby. You can't glue it. You can't stick it in the frame. You can't say, I won. Everybody matters. Hear me and hear me roar. I am known. They say, who is the lady that screams? Who is the lady that yells? It's fucking Sweet Teacup. It's what I do. Hey, Michelle Grant, good morning. So we have to hold it down for her. Why? Because in our heart is what we want. We have big hearts. We have big tears. We can share her hurt and her pain. So let's not God have not forsaken us. No matter how hard things get, God never forsake us. So why would we forsake anyone? Why would we turn our back? Why would we say, you know what, you guys? No. That's not what we're going to do. We're family. And the family stays together no matter what. I know kids, you guys, I told you I worked for over 28 years for kids. I know kids that fought, don't pull hair, pull teeth, punch. And I promise you, a week later they're playing. Do you know kids are smarter than adults sometimes? I know kids that would get in major fights and be best friends the next day because they enjoy the love of each other. They enjoy the play of each other. Those kids are smarter than adults. I know some adults, they're getting a big old fight, a big old beef over what? And then what? A month later, they don't even know why the fuck they got into the fight. If you ask them, okay, what started? No, not one single adult is really going to be able to get to the bottom of it and say what started what. Because that's just life. That's why it's called a melting pot. That's why people are different. We all, me, all of us have to remember to keep our eyes on the prize. The eye on the prize is royalty and the 5 God grandkids. They need us, but they need us to be united. Now grab somebody's hand and don't let go, because you best believe we are at war. We are at battle. We are at battle now. I always told you that when a creep comes to the internet first, that creep feel he is winning. He feel he has the upper hand because that creep sent out an army of trolls to attack the nation. Everybody that was a content creator into New Kingdom Nation was attacked. I was attacked, but I've been through war many times, baby. Honey, I can tell you the wars I've been through. And let me tell you, I'm not an easy bitch to take down. Trust me on that. If you think I'm going to let an army of trolls come to my internet and send me a bunch of trolls and I'm just going to get agitated, frustrated, upset, you better think again. Like I said, when God made me, because on this part I only can speak on me, baby, God made me a mountain. I was taught that when I was young. You're not a rock. You're a mountain, honey. You're not a pedal. You're a rock. You're a mountain. I'm hard. So like I say, the trolls are out there. They're going to come, but don't let them distract you. Keep the nation strong. And like I say, this is a battle, but do not let go each other's hand. Hold it down. Because as long as royalty and those kids have the Royalty Nation New Kingdom Foundation, they are unreachable. They are untouchable. They cannot touch them. And I just want to say that. And like I said, you guys, that goddamn creep, he got an agenda. He got an agenda. And you right, Kelly. And let me, you know what? I remember when I was little, I remember one of my aunts used to say to me, devil come in all shapes and sizes and forms. Devil can even be a human being. Let me tell you right now, baby, I have to say, I'm witnessing a devil in real life right about now. I dreamed about it, I felt it, but now I believe I see it in the flesh. But I'm not afraid of no devil. Let's go to battle, baby. I'm not afraid of the devil. Because you're not almighty. If you want to take a devil down, you just speak on Jesus, honey. Jesus take it every time. The devil don't like God. Speak on Jesus. If you want to take a devil down, and let me tell you, this particular devil, this my T, I'll call that creep whatever I want to. If you want to take down that creep, now this is just my opinion. If you want to take down that creep, I spoke on this one time before and I'm going to speak on it again. You got to take away the money. As long as that creep feel that he got money, he feel he got power, and he's going to continue to type. Receipt number 4. I'm going to give you receipt number 4. Put a 1 in the chat or drop my teacups if you agree with me. When that creep finally fell off of YouTube, he bite the fuck off. Put a 1 in the chat, you agree with me. When he saw that he was not getting the views no more, he went solo. He went in hiding. Put a 1 or drop my teacup in my chats if you agree with me. Thank you, Wendy Richard. Good morning. Exactly. But see, now, the creep demon found another route. That creep is going through other social media. TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook. Because that creep think that he's going to make that money. See, you got to learn and you got to look at the pattern and you got to stay focused. Every creep has a certain type of way how they thrive on power. And like I said, you know, I'm a folk story person. Medusa. Someone tell me in the chat, what was Medusa's strength? What was her strength? Put it in my chat, because we're going to go to school today. And you're going to see this picture, and you're going to get it. What was Medusa's strength? What gave Medusa the strength to destroy people and take them down? Medusa's strength was her ugly look. Exactly. Medusa's strength was her stare. She was a snake woman with snakes all over her head. She was the most hideous things that they ever seen. Now, Medusa is a myth, but let me tell you, this story teaches you something. Her stare could take down the biggest of man, the biggest of creatures. That's why in the movie Titan, he took her head off. Now, I ain't saying go take a creep head off. But I'm just telling you, that was Medusa's strength. Many people into stone. Exactly. But as long as you didn't look at her, you're right, Kelly, you was what? Untouchable, unbreakable, unglobal. As long as you didn't look upon her face, she couldn't touch you. She said, oh, I thought you were talking about the man. Also, another example. We all know the story of Samson and Goliath, right? We all know the biblical story. As long as Samson had his hair, his strength was his hair. It kept him focused. He kept the gift that God gave him. But what did the devil do? Who did the devil send? A woman, not an Eve. See, every person has a weak point. Every person has a weak point. So he sent a woman to take Samson down. And you know what? They thought they succeeded. They thought because she cut his hair, which was his strength. But you know the moral to the story, his biggest strength was his trust in God. And God gave him his strength back. So you got to ask yourself, what is that creep power? And allegedly, if you ask me, I believe that creep power is money. So you have to take the money away from the creep. You have to take the money away. The same way he got booted and fell off of YouTube, it could be the same thing with Snapchat, Facebook, and TikTok. And how? Like a bitch like me coming to the internet, spreading the fucking tea. They want us to shut up. They don't want us to pass the word. Talk as much as you want. Words are powerful. Words are knowledgeable. And that's what they want to shut us down. So when you see trolls come, don't worry about your house being clean. You know what's in your house. You know who you invited. You know who you let in. You know what? It's a known story. Receipt number 5, truth to the pudding. I don't care how rich you are. If you stay in the area and there's wood trees, you're going to have rats. They're going to come in your house. But just because rats and roaches come in your house, do that mean you burn down your house? Do that mean you take your house apart? No! You fight back. You let them rats and them roaches know you not taking my goddamn house. You in for a battle. I promise you, them goddamn rats will go fucking next door. They will move the fuck on. So don't worry about trying to find rats and mold. We know they exist, and when God created the world, God had to make it balanced. Where there's good, there's bad. So like I say, don't worry about if you think you got a rat or mold. As long as you are holding hands and your hands are tight, that fucking rat and mold can't do shit in your house. It can't do a damn thing, but eventually, because you ain't dropping crumbs and you ain't dropping food, you mop your motherfucking floor with bleach and ammonia, and you get you some, what you call them little white balls? What you call them damn things? What? Them little white round balls that get rid of snakes. Mothballs. Mothballs. And get you some borax. Take it back to old school, baby. They're going to find somewhere else to go. So like I say, you hold tight. Don't worry about none of that. They're going to send the trolls out and let the fucking trolls come. Because we are not afraid of a battle. Royalty and the kids are doing the most of the battle because they the one who have to go to court. They the one that are being targeted. Not us. What? Because somebody could have my channel and say something stupid? Bitch, block. This is what I say to you. I'm not going to come to the internet and I'm never going to beef down. I'm never going to beef with someone that's young enough to be my son. I'm not going to beef with somebody young enough to be my grandchild. Baby, I ain't got time. I've been there, done that. What I never let somebody do is make me experience fucking elementary and high school again. Not happening. I'm not going to come to the internet and beef with nobody, child. Now, I come to the fucking internet on my motherfucking tea, and I would throw the fuck out of you. Don't get mad with me. It's my tea. It's the tea palace over here. And like I said, you guys, they are in with a battle. We are in for a battle. Just hold tight. Don't let go. Do not let them to distract you. Stay one step ahead. And like I say, right now, if you ask me, that creep is trying to divide a set of twins. And you guys, I wrote something down because I want to show you. It have been known where someone or some judges in courts have considered, if not have done, and separated a set of twins. This is, and I wrote the name of the article. This article was written by H.G. organization leading lawyers. Just a minute, you guys. See? We just blocked the troll. See, the devil don't want me to speak, but I'm speaking today. I'm going to spill my tea. So, it says, some judges may consider the sex of the parent and the child and match up the male children with the male parent and female children with the female parent. Do you see where I'm going with that? I believe allegedly that goddamn creep, I believe he wants to try to manipulate, to try to persuade, to try to convince the courts that, and he gonna play the sympathy card. Oh, I grew up, I didn't have a father. I grew up and a boy needed his father. I believe because he can't get both, that he's gonna try to separate them. Allegedly, that's why he is doing what he's doing. This is why he's trying to show that the twins are divided. Oh, they don't get along. They argue, they fight. Do not think that fucking creep. He is playing chess. He's been playing chess ever since the day Royalty, my goddaughter, and the five god grandkids walked and never looked back and walked with the clothes on their back and didn't take shit. He been playing chess with them You guys got to remember, this is a fucking creep that did stealing and thieving and lying for a career. He worked at the fucking casino. He's going to always play games. And now he's trying to go at a different angle. Well, if I can't do both, I'm going to take one. He wants to force Royalty back in a fucking relationship with him. I can't lie to you. He wants them to unite as a family. Receipt number 5, and I'm going to prove it. Allegedly, that fucking creep came to the internet the other day and put my teacups in my chat, if you agree with me. He just did video the other day, allegedly, and within the paragraph, he said, I hate her. I don't want to see her anymore. And then the next sentence, allegedly, that creep said, oh, but we can all work together and be a family. You see, he never let that shit go. He still won't. He wants the judges and the courts to force Royalty to be in some form of a relationship and connected with him. He wants them damn people to force her to still do videos with him. It's the fucking entitlement and the nerve that triggers me and pisses me the fuck off. Hold on, you guys. We have to get the trolls up out of here, okay? Yeah, he's a fucking creep. And I can't wait till Funny Mike drop that new song on Saturday. And I say the creep is a fucking fall off deadbeat of a father. He wants to still use the kids as pump. Just my opinion, my views, my thoughts. Because he knows, or at least he think he know, that if he can't take both, then he gonna try to go for one. He know he feel it would break Royalty. He feel that if he said, well, I'm I'm gonna take your son, that she would agree to tie herself some way with him, that she would agree to pretend to have a relationship with him, whether it's friends or whatever, and they were going by doing videos with him. You fucking bastard. You low down, no good, living life devil. That never will happen. We're going to debunk that shit every time. Those twins love each other. And royalty, this is just my suggestion. I suggest to you, baby girls, do a fashion show with the twins. Show how the twins are connected. Show how they love each other. Show how they are dependent on each other. Because royalty, when you dress them up for their birthday, baby, that video went viral. Do a fashion show with the twins where they dress alike. Show where they eat together, get along together. Show where they do depend on each other. Show them where they are united as one. And that fucking clown can't come for you because it's on the internet. That's why that fucking creep comes to the internet. You gotta pay close attention and keep your eye on the prize. So right now, he wants to use one twin against the other. Allegedly, that's why he put it on film and said to baby Spider-Man, do you like your mommy? And he manipulated, convinced him, rehearsed with him for that baby to say, no, I don't. I put my name on it. And that's why he doesn't care really what goes on. Listen, receipt number 6. Put a 1 in the chat if you all agree with me with the last video that clown, that creep uploaded, that you heard him say out of his mouth again that he hate looking at royalty. He don't want to see her face. Put a 1 in the chat and I'm show you where I'm going with this. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that from that video yourself. Thank you. Okay, baby, let me see. I have to go back. I can't catch all the trolls because I got to make sure that I put my speech out there. And like I said, if you see a troll, don't let them distract you. That's what they want to do. They want you to not focus on what I am saying and focus on what they are saying to throw you off. But I'm going to see if I could go back. I don't see anything right now. I may have already deleted it. Hold on, you guys. Because like I say, the trolls is out there. The trolls have been called. You know, like I say, instead of creep spending money on the troll, I advise their ass to spend that money a better way, like maybe with a tutor. But anyway, you guys, let me get back to what I am saying. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that creep say, I hate looking at her face. I don't want to see her. So ask yourself, if he hate the look of royalty, why would he want his daughter? We all know that our Bobby World Princess look exactly like her mom. So we all know he don't want. He'd rather take Spider-Man so that he can use Spider-Man as a palm. I'm not saying that a creep don't love the kids in some kind of way. I'm just telling you he's playing chess. He don't want the Barbie princess because every time he look at that princess, he's going to be reminded of the queen that he lost. He won't Spider-Man, and we're not gonna let that happen because they are twins and they are united. And believe it or not, you guys, we are powerful. We are powerful. Every time we come to the internet and support royalty and those kids, we are powerful. It's gonna break him, and like I say, it's gonna hurt his money. You gotta take away the money. And how do you take away the money? You tell your goddamn kids to unsubscribe. You tell your grandkids, your nephews, you tell everybody. You work at a daycare, you work at a camp, you tell them to unsubscribe. And you tell them to do it through every platform. Unsubscribe is gonna hurt his money and his power gonna be lost because at the end of the day, if that fucking creep can't make money, he's gonna release the babies. He's gonna let them go to their mom. I can't lie to you. All I can do is bring the tea. So I love you guys. So I just want to come to the internet. And like I say, I don't give a fuck about no trolls. I don't give a fuck, but guess what, troll? I'm never gonna come to the internet and I'm never gonna beef with you because you know what? I'm a grandmother and I know my grandmother's base. I don't argue with children. I don't argue with anyone, whether you're an adult that I'm old enough to be your mother or your grandmother. So you may want to find somebody else to troll. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for always supporting me. And thank you, troll, by the way. I'm going to show you how ignorant you are and why you should focus in school. Because every time you come to my channel, I appreciate the view. Thank you. Love you and talk to you later.